class of 2006. Okay, guys, now that you all sat down, I'd like everybody to stand up, please, for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you to please turn off all cell phones and pagers and any devices like that that you might have. It's my pleasure at this time to introduce our principal, Mr. Gary Engler.
Thank you, and good morning. When I was first learning to speak publicly, one lesson that was taught to me was to try to have a catchy beginning and a thought-provoking ending, and to keep those two as close together as possible. So this morning, I just want to say good morning to the students, teachers, families, and then address my remarks to you, our students. This is a very special day for you. Today marks the end of your middle school career and the beginning of a new and even more exciting phase of your lives, high school. For the past 3 years, we've worked with you and your families to make sure that you know all you need to know to continue your success in school. Our work in that regard is finished. We reluctantly, but with confidence, pass you along to our colleagues here at Norristown Area High School and all of the other high schools that you may be attending in the fall. If you're a little nervous about high school, that's understandable. It's perfectly okay. But please know this, every adult here who's been involved with you for the past 3 years, and your families, not only is confident of your ability to succeed, but we also stand ready to come to your aid along your way to high school graduation, college, and ultimately a fulfilling life. Today is also June 14th, Flag Day. I'd like to ask you to pause just for a little bit and reflect on that flag and the republic for which it stands, as we just said. Despite the many troubles that the world has faced since the founding of the United States, that flag, with its brilliant stripes and stars, has stood for more good in the world than you can possibly imagine. As you leave East Norriton and go on to high school, think about the flag and hitch your wagon to a star. Rejoice in the uniqueness of the American experience. Rejoice in the possibilities that are open to you. Rejoice in the opportunities that are limited only by how strenuously you're willing to pursue them. I hope you'll come back to East Norriton and visit us. Let us know how you're doing. I wish you well. And what has become a tradition with me, students, I'd like to ask you please to stand. Turn around 180 degrees. See, we taught them some math, too. And give your families a round of applause for all the help they've given you. Thank you. Now you may sit back down and relax a little bit. At this time, it's my pleasure and honor to introduce the president of our East Norriton Student Council, Miss Katie Cohn.
When I first wrote my graduation speech, I took it and ripped it into 1,000 pieces and threw it away. I realized that my speech was boring because it was so predictable. It said how we were all going to miss East Norriton, and it said how we all remember that it was just yesterday that we were in 6th grade, and how our friends, family, and teachers helped us get to where we are today. We all know that. But what about the things that we don't know? None of us know how our first day of high school is going to be. None of us know who our best friend will be in 3 years. And surely none of us know where life is going to lead us from here. But that is the most exciting part. Another common part of a graduation speech is what we did this year. We've all received an A, we've all been yelled at by a teacher, and we've all been in a fight with one of our friends. Luckily, we made it through that. But we haven't had a high school homework assignment, we've never been to a high school dance, and we have certainly never been in classes with high school students. Another common part of a graduation speech is what we learned this year. We all learned earth sciences, social studies, algebra, regular math, and communications. But what about the things that we didn't learn? None of us learned how to be a perfect student, or a perfect friend, or a perfect son or daughter. But that is what we get to look forward to doing. Lastly, we all remember things. We all remember almost losing all of our 8th grade privileges, but working together as one to come back and earn it back. We all remember raising money each year through Hoops for Heart. We all remember whenever the 8th grade won a contest, and we all remember when we all used to go to the dances. We all remember getting soaked this year at field day, but still having a blast. But will we remember any of that? In 4 years, will I remember that I made the yearbook because I fell in Miss Davis's room and knocked over a desk? In 4 years, will we remember any of the memories? Here is my advice to the 8th grade, from one new scared high school student to another. Take what we know, what we did, what we learned, and what we remember. Use it instead of wasting it. I guarantee everything will be easier if we work to our ability. The more we expect of ourselves, the more we achieve. It would be a shame to not to use what we spent 3 years learning. I'd like to end my speech with a verse from one of my favorite songs. Being grown up isn't half as fun as growing up. These are the best days of our lives. The only thing that matters is following your heart, and eventually you'll finally get it right. Love, laugh, learn, but most importantly, live. Class of 2006, or should I say class of 2010. Here we go. It's time for the rest of our lives.
Proceeding on with the program, It's my pleasure now to present Citizenship Awards on behalf of Congressman Jim Gerlach's office. Congressman could not be with us this morning, so I'll be taking his place. These Citizenship Awards, and I'll just give a quick quote from them, says, "In order for the United States of America to remain a strong and prosperous nation, its citizens must demonstrate and practice exemplary leadership qualities, sound character traits, and a sense of pride and commitment to the principles on which America was founded. Our youth must be educated and encouraged to uphold these standards and principles in all aspects of personal and community life if this nation is to prosper and flourish. Whereas you have displayed these qualities, I am pleased to present," and then the certificates are made out to two students in our 8th grade class. We'd like to call them forward now, Miss Devin King and Mr. Vincent Merlino. Please come forward. And representing State Senator Connie Williams' office with the Citizenship Award is Ms. Oris Pierce.
Good morning. Senator Connie Williams is not able to be here this morning because the Senate is in session, so she's there looking after all of her constituents and all of you. So she had asked me to come and to present this Good Citizenship Award, and she also asked me to say these few words on her behalf. Now, before I recognize the student who has been selected to receive the Good Citizenship Award, I would like to take a few minutes on the Senator's behalf to address the students. Each one of you has something important to contribute to your school, to your family, and to your community. The real gift you can offer is yourself and your time. As you move forward, share your talents with others. Don't be afraid to step forward and help a friend or a classmate. And perhaps, most importantly, set your goals high and never give up until you have achieved them. Each one of you is valuable to your family, to your school, and to your community. I now would like to recognize Catherine Cohn as the recipient of the Good Citizenship Award for demonstrating outstanding character, scholarship, and leadership, her service as a student at East Norriton Middle School, and as a member of her community. Would Catherine Cohn please come forward?
And now to present the award on behalf of our East Norriton Parent Faculty Club, Mrs. Melissa King. Early.
Good morning. It is my pleasure and privilege to announce the 8th grade Parent Club Award winners for 2006. The teachers have chosen 2 students who are deserving of this award for some of the following reasons. They have shown a positive attitude about East Norriton Middle School. They are motivated, disciplined, courteous, respected by their peers, have good work habits, and continue to work to their fullest potential. They have shown maturity and growth as an individual. When your name is announced, please come forward to receive your award. Millie Liorano,
Now to present awards on behalf of our Merck Mentor Program, Ms. Emily Hillebrand and Mr. Todd Waldron.
First, I'd like to say congratulations to all the graduates today. My name is Emily Hillebrand, and I'm from the chairperson from the Merck Mentor Program, and I'm here with Todd Waldron, who's the vice chairperson. We wanted to recognize the 8th grade students who participated in the program this year. For those of you who aren't familiar with the program, we began a relationship with East Norriton Middle School back in 1990 with a charter to enhance the educational and personal development of the students. This year we enjoyed great success with 9 8th grade students actively participating in the program, along with some 7th grade students as well. And the key to a successful year was not just the dedication from the mentors and from the students, but also the parents. Thank you very much for your active involvement in bringing the students to us on a regular basis. Your commitment is equally as important. This year, in addition to just mentoring the students on Saturdays, we got to also take them outside the classroom a little bit and do some other activities. This year we got to bring into the classroom the Star Lab, which was a portable planetarium that the students got to explore. We also did a college tour this year at Drexel, just to give the students a flavor for what careers in science and engineering might bring to them. Additionally, we did some social and personal growth activities. We took them to the Franklin Institute for a day trip in Philadelphia, and a big community event that means a lot to both the students and ourselves, and also the community. We did a charitable event where we adopted some families around the holidays and gave them food and wrapped gifts for them, and then delivered the gifts. So the students have been great, and we wanted to just take this time to recognize you and say thank you for your participation. We look forward to hearing about how your high school years go. We'll try to keep track of you, and I'm hoping great success for you in the future. So with that being said, I'd like to call them up here and recognize them with an award. Chris Davis. Devin Davis. Jessica Mercante. Tyler Mulhatton. Kevin Perez. Aja Perry. Kristen Petrosky. Larry Smith. And we'd like to take a special recognition of Madeline Morgan, who couldn't join us today. We will be delivering her certificate in person, so our thoughts are with her today as well. Thank you.
And now with an award on behalf of the Norriton Fire Company, Mr. Joe Lisinski.
Good morning. I think I'm in the wrong place. This is the middle school, the 8th graders. I watched the students coming in, and guys, you're always cool. I guess I'm aging myself when I use the word cool. But ladies, I thought sure this was the senior class coming in. Do you know how many hearts you're going to break before too long? Parents, you have my deepest sympathy. I'm here to give out a very special award. A little history. There was a school that had a student who, he must have lived close to school because he didn't take a bus, and he was there before anybody else, and he was there to help out. He helped the little kids off the buses, got them to their rooms, especially the first graders that were coming in for the first time early. There was a young lad who was on crutches. This boy was there to make sure that this kid got off the bus and got to his classroom in time. And at 3 o'clock, he took him back to his bus, strapped him in, and had everything set. And you know, the students, you know this, that we have our fire drills during the month of October. And it doesn't help to call us and say, please come on Tuesday, we're having a test. So what happens is, while we're running one of our fire drills, one of the school staff people say, I noticed that this student was helping the guy with the crutches outside. And I commented, isn't that nice? Isn't that wonderful? And the staff people said that we wish we could do something for him. He is such a special kid. We went back to the firehouse and says, we will do something for him. And that's how this award came about. It is not a scholastic award, though you're not precluded from getting that also, but it's somebody who is volunteering for that extra over and above duty. We at the fire company are 100% pure volunteers. We do everything free. We even have to pay for our own divorces when our wives get mad enough and say, it's either me or the fire company, what's it going to be? So this award was for somebody going over and above what they could be doing. Our first award is for a young lady who is very active in the community, both in school and out. She's a member of the East Norriton Middle School chapter of the National Junior Honor Society, where she had helped coordinate several fundraising and service projects this year. She is also an active member of our school's drama club and has performed in our productions of Schoolhouse Rock and most recently Grease, where I won't even tell you what she played. She is also an active member of her church, St. Francis in Norristown. As an altar server and church member, she has participated in outreach and fundraising programs for shut-in residents through the church CYO program. As a cadet Girl Scout, she has worked providing meals to shut-ins, has served as a delegate at Girl Scout conventions, and has worked in various community projects, including working with younger students through the program with the Greater Norristown Art League. This girl's, I don't know her personally, I've known her father too long. But one thing I need for you to remember, this award was picked by the staff, which makes it more important. Your teachers have selected you. See, so please come forward, Stephanie Sagalski. For our young gentleman, he's a leader in our school community and has worked hard to serve as a role model to East Norriton students. He's an officer in the East Norriton Middle School Student Council, works hard organizing school events. He can also be heard each morning broadcasting our students' morning announcements. You have to pardon my allergies, but my eyes are tearing. Outside of school, he usually can be found working diligently at both the Norriton Fire Engine Company and East Norriton Township functions, including East Norriton Township Day. He can also be found helping out at fire company dinners and banquets, offering his talents and abilities wherever they are needed. He's an outstanding example of how a productive citizen is giving of himself wherever he is asked. Danny Stauffenberg. said earlier that the students, the staff, makes all the choices. So the first one came through, and the first vote came through, and nobody's being dumb. You have to take care of your own. They voted for Mr. Engler. I'm only joking. Okay, part of our awards is that we have a perpetual plaque that we hope will be placed in a place of honor in the school somewhere. And listed on there are all this year's winners and previous winners. So kids, that means when your kids go to this school, you can take them in there and say, you see 2006, that's me. So we'll have this perpetually going on forever, and this is for Mr. Engler. I say all of that, and Danny, Stephanie, I may be taking them back, because this is not free. We expect something in return. Can I have a show of hands of everybody who lives in these Norriton students? That's wonderful, because you know what your payment is for this? We expect every single one of you in 3 to 4 years, to join the fire company. We have a junior brigade that they're very active, and the boys run to the fires on their bicycles, but they get there. They do ride the trucks. So we expect every one of you at age 16 to join the fire company. And you young ladies, at my age, I gotta be careful what I do. I don't hump hose like I used to, but the last major fire I was on a truck front seat with the driver next to me, and our crew consisted of 4 young ladies. And we had to lay 5-inch hose. I don't know if you know what 5-inch hose is, but it's got to be that big. It's really like this, but I thought when I was pulling it, it was that big. And these 4 young ladies actually pulled the hose off the truck because they were taught, and they hooked to the hydrant, and what was a very bad house fire, this helped to make it a worse fire. So we expect you young ladies to join, as well as the boys. I see a lot of fathers in the audience. Every Monday night at 7 o'clock, we have fire school. Come in about 6:30 and sign your application. We really need you. Thank you.
Now we're going to start the awards for academic achievement and outstanding effort. These awards, unless you're told otherwise, these awards will be in the folders which also have your graduation certificate. So at this point in the program, the students are just simply going to stand and be recognized for their efforts. They'll receive their certificates at the end of the ceremony. I'd like to start by calling up Ms. Jill Davis to present the math awards.
Okay, if I call your name, please stand. Ashley Henrik, Caitlin Brenner, Millie Liriano, Tom Sontag, Brianna Long, Kyle Burke, Josh Miller, Mariana Bucchio, Brandon Reynolds, Victoria Pearson Scott, Shannon Setzler, Sequoia Weldon, Derek Stauffer, Sharnae Vinson, Danny Stauffenberg, Tim Young, Wydella Keelan Campbell, Aja Perry, David Reiner, Madeline Morgan, Andrew Phillips, and Andrew Picaro.
For my class, I would like to recognize one student who's come a really long way this year in math, and that's Sean Wallace.
This is Pello, and I would like to recognize 2 students who have definitely given 100% this year, and that's Noelle Wood and Lauren Sanfelice.
We'd like to now bring up Miss Sandra Stasko.
For this next award, you're probably wondering who Mr. George Ortlip was and why there's an award in his name. The best way to describe who he was is to think back in all your days of schooling, all your years. Think of that teacher who had a great sense of humor, who knew how to teach, had that ability to get through to you and turn the light on. Well, that was Mr. Ortlip. He made teaching and learning fun. He had a great sense of humor, quick wit. No matter what, he was always there for you. You're wondering how I know so much about him. Well, he was my father. He taught at East Norriton when they first opened up back in the early 60s. And he went all the way through there and ended up here at the high school as athletic director. Well, 6.5 years ago, my father passed away. And the family decided we wanted to do something to continue his name in Norristown because he did so much here. So we decided to establish a memorial award in his name. And it'll be given to an 8th grade graduate each year who excelled in math and had a great sense of humor. This year, it is my honor and pleasure to give this award to Tim Young. Come up, please.
Okay, to start the awards for language arts for my classes, before I announce the winners, I'd just like to take a moment to thank Ms. Kathleen Costello, my student teacher, who did a wonderful job for the 15 weeks during the winter. And I know all of you enjoyed having her in the room, and so did I. The awards for language arts for my class go to Latoya Mcgregor, Martika Tuggle, Aja Perry, stand up guys, Julian Casey, Mark Pinchak, Danny Walsh, Katie Cohn, Caitlin Brenner, Derek Stauffer, Mike Capsino, Sequoia Weldon, Natasha Matthews, Josh Miller, Thomas Sontag, Millie Liriano, Stanley Jones, Danny Stauffenberg, Brianna Long, Brittany Jones, and Bridget Waitman.
It's been my pleasure to work with two students for the past 3 years, and who I've seen grow tremendously throughout those 3 years. I'd like to recognize Noelle Wood and John Manano for effort in communications.
The following award is an Integrity Award, and it is awarded to my students, those who increasingly demonstrated an adherence to personal betterment through literacy. And those students are Thomas Sontag, Portia Andino, Roby Guanzon, Lanashe Kent, Stephen Belsky, Tiffany Haynes, Devin King, Mark Kolodinsky, Jordan Smith, Caitlin Terry, Scott Whitley, Rick Caldwell, Amanda Greenberg, Enienzi Hernandez, Sequoia Weldon, Josh Miller, Anastasia Hagerman, Wydella Keelan Campbell, Stephen Leonetti, Devin Davis, Madeline Morgan, Khalif Barnes, Caitlin Brenner, Shakira Hayward, Stephanie Sigalski, Richard Williams, Bridget Waitman, Danny Stauffenberg, Rachel Barbish, Miranda Holmes, and Jared Davis.
Three students I would like to recognize are Andrew Phillips, Kyle Palmer, and Michael Romano.
I would like to recognize Alyssa Moran for her hard work in communications class. And the next awards will be for science with Miss Santangelo.
Following students received my science awards, please stand. Laura Boyd, Daniel Stauffenberg, Erica Schuster, Brittany Jones, Jarrett Davis, Kyle Palmer, Andrew Phillips, Stephanie Shulgowski, Tim Young, Millie Liriano, Vincent Merlino, Danny Walsh, Matt Mercado. Mrs. Burns will now do social studies.
It is my pleasure to recognize the following students for their performance and effort in social studies. Caitlin Brenner, Roby Gazan, Tom Sontag, Ryan Casey, Michael Romano, Vincent Merlino, Tiffany Haynes, Devin King, and Katie Cohen.
Miss Santangelo asked me, she inadvertently on her list missed 2 of her classes. So please stand and be recognized for science achievement: Steve Belsky, Tom Sontag, Katie Cohn, Tyrone Lackey, Rich Caldwell, and Devin King. And now it's my pleasure to give the award from the 8th grade team of teachers. We spend a lot of time in meetings discussing the qualities that we think make for an East Norriton 8th grader, one that we feel will excel and one that we are proud of. Not to say that we're not proud of all of you. But one student this year took and worked with some factors that I hope none of you have to deal with. This student is not with us here right now, but hopefully she is watching via a webcast on the internet that was provided thanks to the school district. And the things that she has had to go through in the last couple months have been hard, but she's always approached it with a positive attitude and a willingness to be here. She's told me several times, "Mr. Dinetto, I'm going to be here." Well, she is here, and we'd like to honor her. Miss Madeline Morgan. At this time, I would like to call Madeline's sisters, Melissa and Ania, to come up and accept the award on her behalf. I'd like to call up Mr. Jim Fairburn to present the awards from special areas.
Good morning. Music, art, family and consumer science, computer literacy, and technology education. In Philadelphia, they are known as prep classes because they provide the opportunity for all the other teachers to have a prep period. In Norristown, we refer to them as special areas, and next year we will be affiliates and part of a planning lane. But it is my belief that these are names that minimize and trivialize the importance of the subjects that we teach. Essential to each of these subjects is the ability to not only understand the core content taught in the regular subjects, but to apply it to a more specific real-life situation. Most importantly, they provide the opportunity for students to begin to discover the knowledge they have acquired and how it can be used in a host of ways. These subjects are not an adjunct to education, they are the very essence of education. The following students have demonstrated throughout the year their commitment to achieving excellence in the areas of music, art, tech ed, family and consumer science, and computer literacy. The recipients of this award were selected by all 5 teachers, and these students epitomize the very best of student achievement and participation. Steve Belsky, Noel Wood, Vincent Merlino, Tanae Baumgartner, Tim Young, Shannon Melito, Kyle Burke, Rachel Barbish, Katie Cohn, Stanley Jones, Madeline Morgan, Devin King, Sequoia Weldon, Scott Whitley, Paul Arrington, Shannon Setzler, Brittany Jones, and Jordan Smith. The best students are well-rounded students, and we look forward to watching as these students continue their outstanding work here at the high school as previous East Norriton students have done. Thank you, and now I'd like to introduce Mrs. Anna Ortiz, our Spanish teacher.
I'd like to recognize some students in their efforts for Spanish and one for academic achievement. One student for academic achievement, one for the most effort, and the other students are for their efforts in Spanish. But I'd like to congratulate all of you and wish you the best at the high school, whether you're taking French, German, Spanish, Italian, or whatever other language, or just English. May you continue and be a lifelong learner. It takes more than just 1 year to learn a language. It usually takes 7 years or more to be fully bilingual. And in Spanish, it takes you just as much. So please, the following students, I wish you felicidades, congratulations, best wishes, which also means happy birthday. And the following student, please stand. Devin King for academic achievement. And I'd like to recognize the one students who improved the most throughout the year, Amanda Greenberg. And the rest of the students for their efforts in Spanish. Caitlin Brenner, Natasha Matthew, Tom Sontag, Daniel Stauffenberg, Tania Lopez, Milagros Liriano, Rachel Martello, Stephanie Shugalski, Shakira Hayward, Brianna Long, Devin Davis, Allison Brzeznicki, Katie Cohn, Mariana Cotier-Bucco. Felicidades. And Rosalind Wagner and myself are also the English as a second language teacher, and Rosalind will present the ESL award.
I've been working with our English as a second language students since November of 2004. These are students that have a language other than English for their first language. And I've seen how the teachers here at East Norriton help our students to realize that they have potential and can reach their goals. And one ESL student who has shown exceptional progress this year is Latoya Mcgregor. Please stand. Latoya has shown that she can make wise decisions, she can be thoughtful and kind, and she can improve and excel in her schoolwork. I know she will continue to be a winner as she makes her path through the high school and beyond. Congratulations, Latoya. The next presenter is Mr. Joe Hogentogler.
Good morning. It's my privilege to give out the Presidential Physical Fitness Award for the boys. Every year for the last 3 years, all the boys are asked to do their best in the Presidential Physical Fitness testing. This year, we had one 8th grader who successfully achieved presidential standards on all the tests. I'd like that gentleman to stand. That is Jordan Smith. Ms. Costello will now give out the awards for the girls.
The following ladies received the Presidential Fitness Award: Shakira Hayward, Aja Perry, Ashley Henrick, Adriana Della Pola, Mariana Cibuco, Noelle Wood, Allison Brzeznicki, Portia Andino, Anastasia Hagerman, and Katie Cohn. The following young ladies received the National Fitness Award: Rachel Barbish, Rachel Martello, Miranda Holmes, Brianna Long, and Shannon Melito.
Our next speaker is Mr. Danina.
Ms. Costello was nice enough to present on behalf of Ms. Inarani, who couldn't be here today. And also on behalf of Ms. Inarani, I'd like to present the awards for our extended day program, our after-school reading and math program. They go to Devin Davis, Natasha Matthews, Alyssa Moran, David Reiner, Madeline Morgan, Tyrika Britton, Noelle Wood, Anayensi Hernandez, and Betsabeth Lopez. And now the awards for our honorable recipients for the 4th marking period. For distinguished honors, which is 90% in all classes or above, go to Stephen Belsky, Caitlin Brenner, and Devin King. For meritorious honors, which is 85% or above in all classes, Allison Brzeznicki, Rich Caldwell, Katie Cohn, Devin Davis, Adriana Della Pola, James Donahue, Tiffany Haynes, Ashley Henrick, Wydella Keeling Campbell, Mark Kolodinsky, Tyrone Lackey, Millie Liriano, Brianna Long, Shannon Melito, Vince Merlino, Josh Miller, Alyssa Moran, Kyle Palmer, Andrew Phillips, Danielle Rainsford, Erica Schuster, Thomas Sontag, Derek Stauffer, Charnay Vincent, Noelle Wood, and Tim Young. And finally, for notable honors, that's 80% in all classes or above, Portia Andino, Rachel Barbish, Khalif Barnes, John Barr, Tanae Baumgartner, Michael Bicking, Nick Bloomer, Laura Boyd, Kyle Burke, Michael Capsino, Julian Casey, Ryan Casey, Chris Davis, Giuseppe DiPrinzio, Robert Freeman, Roby Guanzon, Anastasia Hegerman, Joseph Harmon Klein, Shakira Hayward, Anayensi Hernandez, Josh Hoffman, Miranda Holmes, Brittany Jones, Stanley Jones, Lanaisha Kent, Pat Lowry, Rachel Martello, Natasha Matthews, Latoya Mcgregor, Matt Mercado, Jessica Mercante, John Manano, Ryan Moore, Michael Panfile, Andrew Picaro, Aja Perry, Corey Reagan, David Reiner, Michael Romano, Shannon Setzler, Jordan Smith, Larry Smith, Danny Stauffenberg, Stephanie Segalski, Danny Walsh, Sequoia Weldon, Scott Whiteley, Richard Williams, and David Zhang. And now with our awards for perfect attendance, I'd like to call up Ms. Brodowski.
morning, everyone. Before I give the award for perfect attendance, I just want you all to know that you have a very special place in my heart. I will miss you all, and I wish you all the best. Follow your dreams. So this year, for perfect attendance, student attaining perfect attendance for this school year, Richard Caldwell, Katie Cohn, Josh Hoffman, Devin King, Mark Kolodinsky, Latoya Mcgregor, James Nguyen, Kyle Palmer, Andrew Phillips, Erica Schuster, Jordan Smith, and Noel Wood. Congratulations. I would also at this time like to recognize 3 students who have attained perfect attendance for their entire 3 years at East Norriton Middle School. And I would like those students to come up. Katie Cohn, Mark Kolodinsky, and Kyle Palmer. Please come forward. And at this time, I'd like to introduce Ms. Lasky for the Chorus Awards.
It's been a great year. Our chorus has done several community events, and I'm very proud of them. Please stand. Devin Davis, Michael Bicking, Brittany Jones, Mariana Kodiebuko, Sean Wallace, Anastasia Hagerman, Danielle Moulton, Scott Whitley. And then Mr. Allman with the Orchestra Awards.
Good morning. This year, Orchestra Awards go to Mike Bicking, Ryan Casey, and Joseph Klein.
Good morning. This year, the Band Ensemble Awards go to the following people. Please stand and remain standing. Michael Bicking, Kyle Burke, Paul Arrington, Brittany Jones, Mark Kolodinsky, Stephen Leonetti, Brendan Linorello, Josh Miller, James Nugent, Kristen Petrosky, Caitlin Brenner, Mariana Kotiabuko, Devin Davis, Patrick Lowry, Danielle Moulton, Anastasia Hagerman, Sean Wallace, Michael Winsick. Please remain standing. Please remain standing. I just want to share one moment with you. I just wanted to say to the young musicians that are standing in front of me that you all are very dear to my heart. I believe in the past 3 years, some I have known for 6 years, I have seen who they are and what type of individual they are becoming. I have seen traits of dedication, commitment, humility, and admiration. I've also seen and heard such wonderful talents shared at places you can probably remember. Times of individual and ensemble performances in the grand opening of the Music and Arts Center in Exton, Norristown Library Arts Gallery, all the Music in the Parks festivals we went to, and also those at the Kimmel Center in Philadelphia. I'm so proud of you and what you have accomplished. In 1996, East Norriton Middle School received the coveted award, the Esprit de Corps, from Music in the Parks. 10 years later, these young musicians that stand before you led our musical ensembles to again bring it back to East Norriton Middle School. I will miss you all very much. Just remember, though, as you enter Norristown High School and become the Norristown Eagles, you have and always will be East Norriton Middle School Bulldogs. And now for Mr. Dineno.
The National Junior Honor Society is an organization to which East Norriton has a chapter. The members of the Honor Society work to fulfill the goals, the 5 pillars of citizenship, leadership, and character, among others. These students worked this year to organize fundraisers, help with various school events, and present themselves as role models in their school community.
Katie Cohn, Devin King, Tim Young, Mark Hollandinsky, Caitlin Brenner, Brianna Long, Rachel Martello, Sequoia Weldon, Andrew Phillips, Derek Stauffer, and Stephanie Solgowski.
Now with the awards for our student council, Ms. Brady and Ms. Howe.
Graduates, I don't know if you're aware of this, my father is also kind of involved in education. And I thought I would take a moment, since you'll be working with him soon, to share with you his motto. His motto for school is school's like a soda machine, and you only get something out of it if you put something into it first. The students we are about to recognize put a lot into middle school. They were involved in field hockey, volleyball, basketball, football, lacrosse, softball, National Junior Honor Society, assemblies, pep rallies, announcements, charity talent shows, TV studio, and of course, student council.
The first graduate we'd like to introduce you to was involved in volleyball, basketball, softball, National Junior Honor Society, all while managing her role of secretary and student council. The second graduate was involved in football, hosting our first and second talent shows, assemblies, pep rallies, and Spirit Week. He also greeted us every morning and kept us informed of East Norriton news as a co-vice president. The third graduate also greeted us every morning and was involved in Spirit Week, talent show, assemblies, football, and he played a major role in co-coaching lacrosse as the second co-vice president. The fourth student we'd like to introduce played field hockey, basketball, softball, hosted the second annual talent show, reigned as president of National Junior Honor Society, all while maintaining her position as student council president. We are pleased to present these 4 students who have certainly put a lot into middle school and at the same time are taking a lot away. We know you'll put forth the same effort, if not more, into high school and continue to live by our motto of pride and accomplishment. It is our pleasure to honor Devin King, Mike Capsino, Danny Stauffenberg, and Katie Cohn. And here's Mr. Janeno with Drama Club.
This year's Drama Club had a unique experience. Because of the construction in our building, we did not have an auditorium with which to put on the show. The Drama Club faculty advisors and the students at Stewart were nice enough to invite us to take part in their production of Grease this year. And the following students braved bus rides and van rides in the cold and the heat and the traffic. And thank you to the parents that drove their students to Stewart every day for rehearsal for making that possible. Scott Whitley, Joe Harmon Klein, Brittany Jones, Stephanie Sigalski, Danielle Moulton, Anastasia Hegerman, Devin Davis, and Miranda Holmes. Every morning, we have over our announcements the voices of 3 students who tell us what's happening during the day and present us with the news and a little bit of trivia and different items that we need to know. Those students every day are Danny Stauffenberg, Mike Capsino, and Rachel Barbish. Now I'd like to call up Mr. Huff to give out the awards for 3 sport athletes.
In case you don't recognize me with a tie, it is me. Okay, I'd like to present Three Sport Athlete Awards. These are boys and girls who participated in all 3 seasons, the fall season, the winter season, and the spring season. For all of you who have played football, please stand up. All football players, all soccer players, all field hockey players, all boys basketball players, all girls basketball players, all wrestlers, all softball players, all baseball players, all lacrosse players, all track. Okay, you see we have a lot of people that participate in sports here. You can all sit down, but we had 12 that participated in 3 sports. The boys who participated in all 3 sports were Mark Pinchak, please come up, Jordan Smith, and Tim Young. Okay, the young ladies that participated in all 3 sports were Rachel Barbish, Allison Bresnicki, Katie Cohn, Ashley Henrick, Devin King, Shanna Melito, Jess Mercante, and Erica Schuster. I did not say Rachel Martello. Please come forward. Rachel Martello.
Before we move on to the Principal's Award, Ms. Bloom has asked that we recognize one additional band member, Scott Whitley. And now Mr. Engler will present his Principal's Awards.
Each year, since I established the East Norriton Principal's Award, I asked the teachers of the 8th grade to suggest 2 students, a male and a female, boy, girl, from each homeroom, who represent the following characteristics. We're looking for students who are academically solid, involved in school activities, self-disciplined and studious, leaders among their fellow students, and just all around good people, honest, dedicated, sincere, thoughtful, and trustworthy. We're looking, in short, for students who represent our motto, pride in accomplishment. What I then do is I write a letter to all of those students, telling them how honored they should be for being recommended, and then asking them to do probably one of the most difficult things they've ever done. Write a letter to me recommending somebody else, not themselves. Each year, it's interesting to read those letters. Let me tell you something about the 2 students who rose to the top through all of these recommendations. These are the kinds of things that their fellow students wrote about them. She is the most caring person I know. He excels academically, athletically, and socially. She's devoted to her schoolwork. His grades have gotten him into the National Junior Honor Society. She always tries her hardest, never gives up. He was a 3-sport student athlete. She's always there to help. He's always helping others. She is one of the top academic students in our grade. He's an all-around good person and a gentleman. One time I was struggling in algebra, and she helped me get better. He always shows respect for others. As much as it would be an honor to get this award, I do not deserve it as much as he has shown leadership and dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, to receive the Principal's Award, it's the highest award the school can give. I'm particularly honored this year to award Principal's Awards to Miss Katie Cohn and Mr. Tim Young. Please come forward.
Now it's the moment you've all been waiting for when you get your graduation certificate. As each student receives their folder with the awards that they've received today and their certificate, you will hear their thoughts. We ask them to write a few sentences thanking teachers, thanking friends, saying goodbye to their school. So I'd like to ask the first two rows to stand up. Now, the first two rows on either side, guys. Second row, sit down. And come up to the stairs and get ready to receive your awards.
Portia Andino. Through all the years here, there have been good and bad times. Times I wanted to get up and walk out of class, but there was always someone there when I needed them. Someone to make me smile when I'm moody. I'm going to miss it. Everyone and everything at ENMS will always be in my memory.
Shannon Melito. To everyone at ENMS, thanks for all your support over the past 3 years. You will be missed next year.
Rachel Barbish. To all my friends, we tore it up. To the class of '06, we owned it. I love you guys. Nick's cool and so is Steve. Jess and Ellie, summer '06, baby.
Matthew Mercado. The best thing that happened to me was when Joe ate my sandwich. No, the best thing was when Joey, Rick, and I became friends and meeting new friends. And that I love my mom, dad, and the rest of my family.
Khalif Barnes. I would like to thank Mr. Menifee and Miss Santangelo for all the things they did for me.
Jessica Mercante. The past 3 years have been fun at ENMS, and I'll miss everyone next year. Good luck at Norristown. I love you, Miss Santange.
Jack Barr. The last 3 years at East Norriton have been great. I want to thank all my teachers who helped me along the way.
Vincent Merlino. I had a great 3 years at East Norriton Middle School. I've learned many things, and I feel like this was one whole year that went by fast. I would like to say thank you to all my teachers, especially Mr. Weber. I also want to thank Ms. Driscoll. She taught me a lot. I want to thank my friends that have been there for me, like Janatra. So now I look forward to the high school.
Janae Baumgartner. I'd like to say thank you to all my teachers for dealing with me and all my friends for being there for me. I love you guys. I'll miss you, ENMS.
Josh Miller. I would like to thank Mrs. Bloom for helping me improve my skills on the saxophone and Mr. Fairburn for helping me become a wonderful artist. Goodbye, ENMS and Mr. Funk.
Stephen Belsky. Thanks, Mom and Dad, all my teachers and friends, especially Allison Bresnicki.
John Manano. I would like to thank my mom, dad, and my teachers. I've learned so much. I would especially thank Mr. Weber because he's cool, and Ms. Driscoll and everyone else.
Mike Bicking. First, I would like to thank my friends and family for always being there for me. And I would also like to thank Mr. Engler for being a great principal. I had a great 3 years entertaining you with my awesome musical talent. I am going to miss this school, and I know it is going to miss me. And Mrs. Bloom, you are the best ever.
Ryan Moore. I will miss this school.
Nick Bloomer. Bye.
Alyssa Moran. I would like to say goodbye to my friends, and I would like to say goodbye to all the teachers and to thank them.
Laura Boyd. I had a great 3 years. I thank my family for all their help. Thank you, Mr. Menifee, for all the help and for all the fun times. Maddie, get well soon.
Nick Murnell, I would like to thank all the teachers and staff that helped me through this school year. Go Bulldogs.
Caitlin Brenner, thank you to all the teachers and all my friends at East Norriton Middle School. I had a great time in different activities such as band, chorus, and National Junior Honor Society. I will miss the school a lot, but I will still have my memories.
Danielle Moulton.
Allison Bresnicki, class of '06, we did it. Friends, family, and teachers, thank you all for everything. Nick Bloomer and Steve Belsky, you guys are my best friends. Rach and Jess, get ready for summer. Hi, Sean.
Tyler Mulhatton. I would like to thank Ms. Davis and Ms. Santangelo for all the help and support they have given me to pass middle school.
Tyreka Britton, I want to say thank you to everyone for helping me out when I needed it. Thank you.
James Newen, I would like to thank everyone who helped me and hope all the 7th and 6th graders have fun.
Dante Brown.
Kyle Palmer, I would like to thank my mom for helping me with my homework every day. I want to thank Dad for making things fun.
Kyle Burke, I will not be going to the high, but I wish the rest of you good luck next year.
Victoria Pearson Scott. From being here at East Norriton, I've had the greatest learning experience possible. I just want to say thank you to all the teachers and staff. I'd also like to say thank you to my mom, sister, and loving family for supporting me in everything I do. Also, thank you to all my friends, Adriana, Vicky, Della, Caitlin, Shakira, Tanae, and Ashley. Bye, ENMS.
Rich Caldwell, goodbye ENMS, hi NAHS.
Andrew Baccaro, I thank all my teachers and friends for keeping me laughing all year.
Mike Capsino, bye East Norriton, hello high school.
Aja Perry, as a class of 2006 student, I'd have to say that this year was the most fun. To all of the students who aren't going to the high, good luck to you in your new school. To my people, Latoya, Martika, Laura, and those who know me, you know you were all special, so let it show.
Julian Casey, I would like to thank all my teachers for helping me this year, even though I was a new student.
Kristen Petrosky, I'd like to thank my father, sister, band students, Mrs. Bloom, and Mrs. Lasky. But I'd most like to thank my friends, Al, Danielle, Paul, Brendan, Kyle, Mark, Jay Naj, Tom, Britt, Scott, and all the others. It's been great. Let's remember all the great memories we've had these past 3 years.
Ryan Casey, bye. I miss you already. Thank you to all the staff at ENMS for being so great.
Andrew Phillips, I'd like to thank Miss M for helping me with math all these years. Thank you to Mr. Donetto for doing National Junior Honor Society. I'd like to also thank Mrs. Burns for helping me with history.
Katie Cohn, to all my friends, thank you guys for making this the best 3 years of my life. It flew by way too fast. Nothing can replace it. Thanks to all my teachers, parents, and sister. I will always love you guys.
Mark Pinchuk, I thank everybody in this school for getting me through these tough 3 years. I feel like I accomplished something. Thank you.
Mariana Cotier-Bucco, thank you to all my friends and teachers. 8th grade has been the best year so far for me. I wish I could stay in 8th grade, but unfortunately I have to go to the high school. I will miss this school.
Sean Porter, I would like to thank Miss Santangelo and Miss Davis for helping me with everything this year. I would also like to thank the lunch ladies for helping me through lunch. But most of all, my prayers go out to Madeline. I'm just another step from pro football.
Chris Davis, thank you for all the good times. Goodbye to the old and new ENMS. It was fun while it lasted.
Corey Reagan, thanks Mom and Dad for all of your support. Bye ENMS.
Devin Davis, I would like to thank God for blessing me with a wonderful school. I want to thank my family for believing in me. I love you all, and my best friends, Danielle, Steph, and Shannon, for always being there for me. Thank you, I love you, and goodbye.
Danielle Rainsford, I want to thank my family for always being there. Devin, Stephanie, and Shannon, I love you. 304 girls for life.
Jared Davis, I had a great experience at East Norriton Middle School with my friends. The teachers were awesome too, especially my favorite Miss Santangelo. I love you, Mom.
Brandon Reynolds, I want to thank my family and friends for this moment. This is big since I will be moving on to high school and eventually college.
Adriana Della Pola, to all my fellow classmates, I will miss you and love you guys forever. Thank you to my family and friends for supporting me. Without you, I don't know where I'd be. Here's to a good year. Always, Adriana.
David Reiner, I would like to thank all the teachers that helped me through the year. I also want to thank my family for supporting me. Go ENMS.
Frankie Dennis Jackson, I would like to thank these following people: Robbie, Khalif, Nick, Josh, Jules, Shay, Portia, DeWanda, and Frankie. I hope you get better, Maddie. West Side Philly all day.
Abelardo Rodriguez.
Giuseppe DiPrinzo, the 3 years I've been at ENMS have passed by so fast. I want to thank my friends for pushing me forward to do my best and never give up.
Michael Romano, I would like to thank Tim, Caitlin, and Brittany for helping me in my classes. Thank you to Mrs. Peters, Ms. Driscoll, and Ms. M for helping me be a great young man. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Laura.
James Donahue, goodbye and thanks, class of 2006.
Lauren Sanfelice, I want to say goodbye to all my friends. I want to thank my teachers and my mom for teaching me many new things.
Paul Errington, thank you to all the teachers at ENMS for 3 great years. Also, I want to thank my friends and everyone else.
Shannon Setzler, I'd like to thank my mom and my new friends like Steph, Danielle, Devin, Paul, Annie, and Rachel. I love you all. Go ENMS. We did it. 304 girls rule.
Robbie Freeman, I want to thank all the teachers that helped me over the years. I'm thankful for being able to meet the teachers and staff. I'll miss you all.
Jasmine Shannon, I would like to thank my family members and my teachers that were teaching me for this past month, and the bus drivers that got me to school every day. Thank you.
Jenna Gelhaus, Mom, Mike, and Taylor, thank you so much for supporting me through everything. I love you all so much. All my girls and guys, we've had so many good and bad times and many more to come. I love you all very much. Remember when I fell up the stairs in the new building, when I pretended to read and had the book upside down at lunch, when I could never sit still in class. To the class of 2006 was great. Mr. Weber, you are the best.
Erica Schuster, thank you to all the teachers and everyone else. You helped me out over the last 3 years. It's been a lot of fun.
Amanda Greenberg, hi, I'd like to say congratulations to all my friends and classmates. I might not go to the high next year, so good luck to you all. I will miss you. I would also like to say thank you to my parents and family for always being there for me. I love you. Lastly, I would like to thank all my teachers for helping me get through the years. Congratulations, class of 2006.
Jordan Smith, thanks and goodbye.
Roby Guanzon, congrats to all my friends and classmates who worked so hard for the past 3 years. Thanks for all the wonderful times we've spent together. Thanks to all the people who had supported me and those who never let me down. Thanks to all of my 8th grade teachers who had strived for us to be successful students. Last and foremost, I would like to thank my mom and dad for giving me their everything. Have fun this summer, and I'm going to miss you guys a lot.
Larry Smith, I thank all my teachers. It was fun.
Anastasia Hagerman, this year was fun. I met a lot of new people and learned a lot of new things. I'm just glad that I passed Algebra 1. Congratulations, class 06.
Tom Sontag, I remember when I fell off the log at Nolde. I remember when I stalemated Mr. Menifee twice. I had a good year. It was my only year here, and it was great.
Tiffany Haynes, Bye, East Norriton. I want to say thanks to all the teachers and my friends. I'll miss you guys. All my 8th grade friends, I'll see you over the summer and next year at the high. Love you guys.
Danny Stauffenberg. I would like to thank all the teachers who helped me achieve my goals. Although I'm moving on, what I've accomplished here I will never forget.
Joe Harmon Klein. Thank you, ENMS, for 2 great years. And I'd also like to thank my family and friends for not giving up on me. Good job, class of 2006.
Derek Stauffer. Goodbye, and thank you to everyone.
Shakira Hayward. I would like to thank my family and teachers for supporting me, helping and putting up with me this school year. To all my friends, we've shared so many good times from 6th grade to 8th grade. Love you all, and we're finally out of this school.
Stephanie Segalski. I want to thank all the teachers for making my 3 years here awesome. I want to thank my new friends that I met this year and my old friends. I love you all.
Ashley Henrik. First of all, I would like to thank my family for helping me these past 3 years. Also my friends Jenna, Shakira, Caitlin, Wydella, Tanya, Katie, and Shannon for always being there for me. These past 3 years have been fun. Let's make high school amazing. P.S. G. Webb and Mr. Taylor, you are the coolest.
Lizbeth Tablas. I want to thank all the teachers and students. It's time to say goodbye. I want to thank Mrs. Eames for helping me with my problems, and Ms. Wagner, even though she gave us too much work. I would love to thank the coolest teacher, Mr. Weber. You're cool, G. Webb. Don't change. I'll come back to see you and everyone else.
And Nancy Hernandez. On this day, I want to say thanks to my mom, and I am going to miss the 8th grade teachers.
Lizette Tablas. I want to thank ENMS for the best 3 years of my life. I want to thank Mrs. Pello and Mr. Weber for always being there for me. Thanks to my mom and sisters for always guiding me. Thanks, little Ivan, for always pushing me in the right direction. I will miss Felix, Beth, Magali, and Adriana for always being there for me. So long, East Norriton. Hello, Norristown High School.
Jermaine Hill. Jermaine wants to thank everyone for all their help.
Caitlin Terry. I want to thank all my teachers through the years and my mommy. I love you. To Idella and Kira, I love you guys.
Josh Hoffman. I want to thank my teachers for helping me this year and to thank Frankie.
Sean Titus. I would like to thank my teachers for teaching me everything. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for pushing me through school. Goodbye, EMS, and hello, high school.
Miranda Holmes. Thank you, Rachel, Annie, Brianna, Brittany, Paul, Steph, and my family. Today you are watching a star in the making graduate. Better take a picture, people. Peace out, class of '06.
Martika Tuggle. I had a good year and it went fast, but I want to thank my family and my friends for always being there and giving me much support.
Brittany Jones. To my friends, I want you to know that I would not be who I am without you. You know who you are. I would also like to thank my parents and sister for their endless support. To Mr. Danino and Ms. Santangelo, thank you so much for your endless support and care. And thanks to Michelle for being a great friend and always believing in me. I can't believe I'm finally leaving. I'm going to miss this school and all the teachers. Congrats to the class of 2006. As a final note, I'm out of here.
Charnay Vinson. My 3 years here at East Norriton Middle School were fun. I want to thank teachers, friends, and fellow classmates for the fun times.
Stanley Jones. I want to thank all the teachers for helping me when I needed help and for all their commitment to help me exceed. And I also wanted to thank my mom for helping me. And I want to thank anyone else that helped me that I didn't mention.
Sean Wallace. I would like to thank all my teachers for being so supportive, and thank you, Mom, for everything.
Wydella Keeling Campbell. First, I want to thank my mom. I love you so much, and thanks for everything. And thanks to my friends Shakira, Caitlin, and Jamila, and I can't forget Ashley and the rest of my East Norriton friends. Thanks for putting up with me for 3 years. And last but not least, my best friend, Eric. Thanks for always being there. I love you.
Danny Walsh, I had a great 2 years at ENMS, and I hope you did too.
Lanae Shea Kent, I will miss you very much. Hello and goodbye to all my fellow students. Know that I love you all very much and will miss you all as well. I want to say thank you to my family for supporting me and always being there for me. To everyone I missed, know I love you all and will miss you very much.
Jordan Weems Womack, I want to thank Mr. Doneno, Miss Davis, and Miss Santangelo for helping me with all my work and helping me pass. Shout outs to all my homies. I'm going to miss all of y'all. Oh yeah, I want to thank my mom, dad, and both my grandmoms for their support.
Devin King, Mom and Dad, thank you for always being there for me. Thank you, teachers, for 3 great years. To all my friends, we've had so many good times, and I love you all so much. Remember when Jenna was reading the book upside down, and when Ashley pushed Katie over a chair and she fell? Many good times to come. Mr. Weber, you are my best friend. Good luck, class of '06.
Bridget Waitman, I would like to say goodbye to my good memories and all the friends I made throughout my 3 years here. I love you, ENMS, and I will miss you.
Mark Kolodinsky, goodbye, ENMS.
Sequoia Weldon, I'm very glad that I have accomplished these 3 years here at ENMS. I'm leaving this school this year, but my memories are remaining within these walls and halls. I have to thank my quintet and my homeroom 4 for always being there for me. I don't know what I would have done without you. I'll miss you in EMS. Goodbye.
Tyrone Lackey. First and foremost, I would like to thank all the ENMS staff for giving me the confidence to succeed in school. Without your help, I wouldn't have had the privilege to stand here today. I would also like to thank my parents for everything that they have done for me. Thank you.
Scott Whitley, I would like to thank all my friends this year.
Stephen Leonetti, I have had a lot of good memories at ENMS. It will be missed.
Richard Williams, it was nice being at ENMS. Thanks to all my friends and staff.
Natasha Lightsey, I am really going to miss this school and everyone in it. The good memories I'll always remember.
Tevin Williams, he would like to thank his grandparents.
Brendan Linarello, I would like to thank all of the teachers for helping me get back on track. Thanks so much, Miss Santangelo, Miss Davis, Mrs. Burns, Mr. Menifee, and Mr. Donino for not giving up on me. I might have been difficult at times, but you guys never gave up. Thanks a lot, Brendan.
Michael Winchuk, I want to thank Mrs. Hill, Mrs. Pello, Mrs. Stasko, and Mr. Creighton, and all my family for helping me advance to the high school and getting through 8th grade.
Millie Liriano, to all my fellow students and teachers, it's been an experience like no other. I love you all. Mr. Menifee, thanks for being a Yankees hater, and Miss Davis, I love you. Class of '06 forever. Keep God first.
Noelle Wood, I had fun at ENMS, and I will miss all the wonderful times here. I thank all the teachers for their hard work, and I thank ENMS for the best 3 years.
Brianna Long, thanks for all the support. Rachel, Miranda, Annie, Steph, and Shannon. I love you all, and my family. Best teachers, Mr. Taylor, Mr. Toner. Goodbye, ENMS. Thank God. Mr. Weber, take care of my turtle.
Tim Young, I want to thank all my teachers, friends, and family for helping me.
Betsabeth Lopez, I came here not knowing anyone. As the days passed, I liked this school. I don't have too much to say. I wish you good luck, my friends, and to my teachers. See you next year and have a great summer.
David Zhang, goodbye to my peoples and teachers. I can't wait to go to high school.
Tanya Lopez, on this day I want to thank all the teachers in the 8th grade for their support. Thank you all and good luck to all the students out of here next year. Patrick Lowry, thank you to all the teachers for educating me these past 2 years here at ENMS. I would also really like to thank my mom and dad for helping me through these 2 years. I hope to come back in the future. Rachel Martello, thanks for the great softball season this year, Mr. Taylor and Miss Brady. Good luck with the 5th graders. Natasha Matthews, I would like to thank all of the teachers for the 3 great years at East Norriton Middle School. Also, I'd like to thank my mom for everything that she did for me for the past 3 years while I was at EMNS, and for everything she does. Thank you, and I love you. Latoya Mcgregor, I had a good year, and I will miss all the teachers because they didn't give up on me. To my classmates, always remember.
And finally, on behalf of Madeline Morgan and her family, I'd like to ask Ms. Brady to come out and read a statement.
Madeline sent a message to all of you. She would like to thank all of her teachers and classmates for being there in her time of need. I wish that I could be here with all of you, but because of my condition, I am not able to. Best of luck and congratulations. And I will see you guys at the high. My mom would like to thank all of the faculty and staff and classmates of Madeline for being there for her in her time of need. Thank you.
Okay, guys, just as you did with Mr. Engler, please stand up and turn around. Ladies and gentlemen, the East Norriton Middle School class of 2006. On behalf of the faculty and staff at East Norriton, I'd like to once again thank Mr. Joe Howe and the staff and students here at the high school. Have a wonderful summer. Guys, have a wonderful time in high school. See you at your graduation in 4 years.